Out news this morning, a building that once housed a clothing store continues to be a place for donations to help Eastern Kentucky recover after historic flooding. And an Eastern Kentucky music festival raises tens of thousands of dollars to help our region begin to move forward.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning to you. I'm Dakota Makris. It's 5:32 and it is Tuesday. Let's head over to meteorologist Paige Noel for a look at our forecast this morning. And Paige, as I was heading out the door, I guess you could say I could feel the fog. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I could see it and feel it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of moist out there a little bit. Yeah, you could definitely feel it and for sure see it as you're stepping out the door. And it's really thick. You can't see just less than a mile in front of you. So just kind of beware as you're stepping out the door. So really here in Hazard, we're dealing with it. That 10 is incorrect. It's kind of up a little bit higher there on the mountain, but we're seeing that really thick fog, especially in those low-lying areas from Hazard to parts of Knott County, Floyd, Magoffin, Johnson, to Pike, to Martin, down towards parts of Letcher, and Harlan's not too bad yet. Seeing some dense fog even towards parts of Whitley and McCreary County, and we're going to continue to see it as we head into really the next hour or so. Here's a look outside here at the WYMT studio camera. You can see just how thick and widespread that fog is, and it's going to continue to be widespread throughout those morning hours. By that 6, 7 o'clock, all of us could be dealing with it. So if you're headed out the door early, be aware of that. After 7, between 8, 9, 10 o'clock, it slowly starts to get better, but even by 10, could still see some of those kind of low-lying more clouds stick around. 64 right now in Hazard and Harlan, 63 Jonesville to 61 Wise, a little bit cooler. 62 Prestonsburg to 64 Williamsburg, a warmer 65 in Middlesboro to 66 in London. Dew points aren't terrible, those low to mid 60s, but if you're in those lower 60s, it says getting sticky, but it's a lot more comfortable than it has been. The lower humidity sticks around, but not forever. I'll tell you when that humidity starts to tick back up. Coming up.
All right, Paige, thank you. A death investigation is underway in Rowan County. In a Facebook post, the Rowan County Coroner's Office said Moorhead 911 got a call just after 1 p.m. Monday from a motel requesting an ambulance. Officials say a maid told motel management about a room housekeeping could not enter. When officials were able to enter the room, they found a man who appeared to be dead. Emergency crews responded to the scene, and the 39-year-old man was pronounced dead by the coroner. His name has not been released at this time. The body has been sent to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort for an autopsy. No foul play is suspected. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we learn more. People in the Buckhorn community of Perry County say their recovery will take a long time, but one family that lost their home says what they still have will get them through. And so much loss, they say they still have their faith, and it's so evident in other blessings from the day of the flood. One of those blessings was a rare guitar that was nearly swept away but found nearly unscathed in a nearby school. That story has attracted nationwide attention. WYMT's Phil Pendleton went back to Buckhorn and has more on their remarkable story.
What used to be a home is now a pile of junk.
We're excited for what God has planned for us, and we're so excited to just be on a journey.
Because despite so much that was carried away, their faith remains. Literally, one of the recovered items from inside their home was a box titled Faith.
We're just being still and waiting to see what God has. And He walks with me.
Abigail Eversole is playing the guitar that the day of the flood she feared was lost forever.
From here, wherever my room was, down that way. And where it landed, it had to go in the school, down a hallway, and in a classroom.
Since then, her story has received nationwide attention, along with offers to restore or even buy her a new guitar. But she says none of that was needed.
The thought is nice, but God was good enough to give me back my guitar.
The Eversoles are thankful in a community that is still reeling from what happened. Devastation is all around. Running water service may not be restored for months after severe damage to lines.
We did get to go in a couple times to get some pictures off the wall. There were several people up this little stretch of road that were not able to do that. The homes were just completely wiped off the foundation.
I come to the garden.
But But as a garden grows, people like the Eversoles say they're excited to see how God helps them regrow their home and their community in Perry County.
And we still just want to help the people up and down the road. There are people.
Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
An anonymous man in Ohio said he would pay to have the guitar restored in a specialized shop in Virginia, but the family says it was in such good shape it was not needed. Well, the old JCPenney building here in Hazard is a main distribution location for flood relief. The ARH Flood Relief Community Distribution Center is open every day. Most people can find anything they need in one stop. FEMA, the Red Cross, crisis cleanup, and tetanus shots are available, as well as clothes, food, cleaning supplies, and more.
If you're a flood victim, you fill out a form that gives us just a little bit of information. It says your name, how many in your household, specific items that you're looking for, things that you need, whether your home was flood damaged or if you lost your home entirely. So because that kind of changes what your needs are to some degree.
Anyone who needs help in specific items in eastern Kentucky, not just Perry County, can visit this location. There's also water outside the center that's free for everyone. And also, if you need assistance or would like to volunteer or want to donate, you can visit the old JCPenney building in Hazard every day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you're donating, staff say they always need pet food, cleaning supplies, and laundry detergent. This year's Osborne Brothers Hometown Festival in Hyden raised tens of thousands of dollars for flood relief. The 4-day event was hosted by Grand Ole Opry star and Leslie County native Bobby Osborne. Part of it was carried live here on WYMT. The event raised $56,000 for the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky's Crisis Fund. This was the 29th annual festival. And also yesterday, 46 Arbys locations across the state donated their sales to flood relief here in eastern Kentucky. A ceremonial check for $250,000 was presented to former Governor Steve Beshear and former First Lady Jane Beshear on behalf of 2 organizations helping eastern Kentucky. The former governor and First Lady say they were grateful to be part of this event.
What matters is you're a Kentuckian and a child of God. So people are showing that and stepping up and doing the right thing.
Arbys employees and representatives say they're so proud of how the organization has come together. God's Pantry Food Bank and the Team Kentucky Flood Relief Fund will split all the proceeds. While many students are heading back to school, college students are moving onto campus. Monday was Big Blue Move-In Day at the University of Kentucky. 6,000 new students arrived on campus. It's UK's largest freshman class in history. 2 freshmen, both from out of state, say they are excited for their new chapter.
You know, I'm from Virginia. Not many people from where I live come to Kentucky, so I'm going to be meeting a lot of new people, which is very exciting.
I came from homeschool, so I'm a little nervous about the school and academics portion of it, but that's about it.
Classes begin in less than 1 week on August 22nd. Meanwhile, in Frankfort, many students at Kentucky State University say they don't know if they'll have a place to live this school year. Move-in for Kentucky State is Thursday, but some students say they got an email saying they don't have a placement for a residence hall. Students were told to delay their arrival on campus and plan to be placed in temporary housing at a local hotel.
Financially, this is not well thought out. It's an inconvenience. It's not thought out for families. It's not thought out for the students. It's an inconvenience, and it's unfair to the students across the board.
Well, the KSU website says assignments are given on a first-come, first-served basis. 17 teams gathered in Floyd County yesterday, hoping to find a way to give back. First responders from the city of Pikeville hosted a golf scramble at Stonecrest Golf Course. The proceeds, which will go into the Community Outreach Fund, well, that money is then used to buy needed items for students in the county. While school supplies are part of that, so are the gifts for the city's Christmas with the first responder program.
Some of the children have even said, well, I don't want to open up all these presents here. I was just waiting. Let's take them back and put them underneath the Christmas tree, so that way they can have presents under the tree Christmas morning. That's what makes it, and literally brings tears to your eyes.
Well, officials say the fundraiser brought in more than $2,000 for the community outreach, and it is only through partnerships they are able to succeed. Well, just ahead here on Mountain News this morning, one of the stars of the Jurassic World franchise calls attention back to pay gaps in the movie industry. We'll have those details in just a few minutes.
And we got limited rain chances, but more scattered rain and storms arrive later this week. I'll have the latest timeline on that coming up.